It's your face that I see, and the voice in the mirror whispers, come back to me. I may try to escape, but as long as I live, there's the voice in the mirror saying, darling, forgive. Though it's wrong to need you half so much when you can hurt me so, there's this longing deep inside of me. I just can't let you go. Will I come back to love you? Feel your warming caress. Ask the voice in the mirror, and the answer is yes.
Trick. Usually you twist it 3 times and give it a good whack, and if you're lucky you get, 6, 7 drops of hot water. There, you see? Icebox is kind of small, but how much can 2 people eat? Got plenty of storage room in this thing. Wash tub's over here.
Surrounded.
We ain't finished with the 25-cent tour. Remember, don't bother with that light switch because it don't work. Lady that lived here before forgot some of her friends.
A lot of kids around here.
Well, low rents and a lot of kids go together. Why? Kids bother you?
My husband. Oh, they don't bother him, really. He loves children. It's just that he's been ill, and it reminds him of...
Not a bad bed. Well, it's not too bad. But where are they renting palaces for $22 a month, furnished?
It'll do. For a while, anyhow. I'll pay you. My purse. I must have left it out here.
Shouldn't you take a quick inventory?
Don't be an idiot. We'll rent the place. Okay?
Now, in this room, everything works. Well, the radiator ain't so good, but in this weather, believe me, you don't need it.
I'll give you my paycheck.
I guess the telephone company ought to have $27.50, huh? Where do you work, Mr. Burton?
My husband's a commercial artist, but I told you he's been sick.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You got $5.50 change coming. I'll send it up with my son, Gene. Oh, and I'll give you a piece of ice for that ice box. Well, I hope you'll be happy here.
It works.
Oh, in this room, everything works. It's a way to live in Asiatic splendor. Still lugging this around?
Of course. Mr. Hornsby gets back from New York. You're going to show him those. He's going to say, my, what a genius.
Helen, these are 5, 6, 10 years old. How many times do I have to tell you I'm not going to see Hornsby? It was crazy answering the ad. When he asked me, and what have you been doing these last few years, Jim boy, what do I say? Bird watching?
But his letter was so
Don't
encouraging.
keep harping on it.
All right. But I ask you, have you ever seen a more beautiful Frankfurter?
Stop it! Beat it, will you? Beat it!
Why don't you lie on the couch, darling, until I'm finished? All you need's a little rest.
A little rest.
Hey, lady, you want me to put this in the icebox for you?
Oh, would you please? And thank your mother for me.
Okie doke.
Oh, and put the change for my paycheck on the sink, would you please?
Oh, I already gave it to your husband.
Husband?
He let me in and I just gave it to him. Maybe he went shopping.
Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Come on, wake up, everybody. Wash up time. Let's go. Come on. Wake up.
Where am I? Where am I? What have I done?
Hold it. 176R. Well, what do you know?
What have I done?
A sweet pea like you getting mixed up in manslaughter.
Manslaughter?
Oh, relax. Just a common drunk like the rest of us.
Come on, wake up. On your feet. Let's get up. Come on.
I was with people I'd known for a long time. We grew up in the same neighborhood.
Come on.
They even take my
Come on,
shoe.
let's go. Outside. Go get washed.
I'm back.
Good morning, Charlie.
For nothing. I'm here for nothing.
Yeah, they got it in for you, kid. Come on, let's go.
I ain't mad.
You never are, Charlie.
Yeah, but I'm
Okay,
here for
wake up.
nothing.
Come on, let's go.
For
On your
nothing.
feet. Come on, let's go. On your feet. Come on, wake up. Let's go. Come on, wake up. On your feet. Let's get up. Come on.
Busiest place in town, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of surprised me, though, waking up in a drunk tank.
The first time, probably.
First time. Kidding, I was born in one of these. Been on the wagon for 20 months.
20 months. How'd you do it? With mirrors?
Too closer than you think. Buy you some coffee when we get out of here if you want to hear about it.
No, thanks. Coffee's not what I need. Thought I had a couple of dimes left.
Show me on your receipt where it says anything about money. They get a kick out without even having to see the judge. Now we're supposed to supply them money for their first drink, too.
You do it every time. Harvey Pastor.
And Gilbert.
Hey. I'm sorry I gave you the brush off out there.
Get it.
I got these morning shakes, all I can think
Yeah,
of.
sure.
If there's some foolproof way for staying sober, I sure better find out.
I don't know about foolproof.
Well, 20 months in the wagon. That takes some doing.
A fella in New York's got a hunch, that's all.
Like what, Prince?
I don't like admitting you're licked. And trying to get some spiritual help.
Spiritual?
Funny, huh? Hey, look. My name's Harry Graham. I play trumpet with a little band. We're at this joint, the Blue Grotto, all week. Drop around sometime. I'd be interested.
Wait a minute. Why sometime? What's wrong with now? There's a bar across the street. We could gab. You could tell me. Oh, wait. No kidding. I really do want to hear about this.
Since when can one drunk fool another? But thanks.
Thanks. For what?
Jim,
What'd you come down here for?
to collect the remains. Bo Brummel. I'm dropping you off at Dr. Carnes' office on my way to work. Well, I thought there might be some change left over from last night. Come on. Here's the bus stop.
Why don't you go to work by yourself? I know where Carnes' office is.
He told me to bring
I
you.
don't care what he told you. I can get there on my own. All right, I'll go with you, but you gotta give me a couple of minutes to straighten myself out.
Jim,
Take it easy. How long do you think $1 will last?
can't you hold out for just an hour?
If you don't like it, why don't you take the bus and leave?
Well, I just might do that.
What'll it be?
Since you don't sell gardenias, I'll have to settle for a bourbon.
Yes, sir. Roll up your sleeve. Hope this hurts like the devil.
It does.
Hold on. Why does Ellen keep bringing you around here? What does she expect a few cc's of vitamins to do?
Ellen's a girl who lives by faith.
In you?
I miss your bedside manner, Leon.
I'll make a payment on the bill, and I'll see what I can do. I didn't mean that. Boy, what you do to me. You know, I'm really a very nice fella. You should hear me on the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning soothing some poor old hypochondriac. Gentle, kindly, understanding. But you... The case history of the two Jim Burtons. Hey, do you know you've been coming to see me for over 6 years now? Your first visit was with Ellen. 2 of you were wondering if she might be pregnant. The rabbit was quite sure. After that, the usual things. A little sinus trouble, head colds, ingrown toenail. Then a few years ago, the first Jim Burton went away. And the other one, brother. Hospitals, sanitariums, rest homes, all down the drain. Chronic alcoholism. Prognosis is an old Spanish proverb. The only cure for the drunkard is death.
Those Spaniards have a way with words.
The proverb is true. All right, why even bother trying to figure you out, huh?
And you still have that other chart? Isn't there a page or two somewhere on someone called Laura Burton? Just a few modest entries. Born, lived, and died all in 3 years. With a fancy Latin phrase explaining why.
Ellen lost a child, too, but she didn't become a drunk.
And she didn't have to. I gave her a new child to look after. A little boy. Me.
If it hadn't been Laura's death, you'd have found another excuse.
How can the lesson?
One day you would have broken a shoelace, and that would have been your excuse. You were drinking before the child died.
I earned my own living. I didn't steal from my wife's purse, and I could have stopped drinking any time I wanted to.
Mrs. Halper's on the phone. Merwin's running a fever, almost half a degree.
Well, hello, Mrs. Halper. How are you? I understand that Merwin's running a little fever. Just a minute. Jim? Why the limp?
Oh, it's nothing.
Wait a minute. You weren't limping when you came in.
Comes and goes, old age.
Stay here. Mrs. Halper, I'll call you right back, all right? I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. All right. Let me take a quick look.
It's nothing.
Come on, climb up on that table. Come on, come on. You haven't had a real physical in a long time.
I'm okay.
Here?
Yeah?
Here?
Hey, take it easy. It's just a little Saturday night palsy. All the boys get it.
Stand up. Come on. Put your feet together. Close your eyes.
It's morning after the night before.
Mrs. Burton wonders how much longer it'll be. She's afraid she'll be late for work.
Well, tell her to wait. Now look at that diploma on the wall.
Dr. Carnes, licensed veterinarian.
Very funny. Tell me about last night's binge.
All I can remember is I woke up wanting to drink.
You remember nothing about the drinking itself?
Zero. What's wrong with that?
Ellen, would you come in for a minute, please?
All finished?
No.
Anything wrong?
Maybe.
What is it this time? My liver getting hard or my brain getting soft?
Jim, shut up. He's starting to show nerve damage, and something's gone haywire with his coordination. I want a neurologist to give him some special tests. I'm going to send you over to the NP clinic at General Hospital for a few days. You think I'm just trying to scare you?
Well, not you, Leon, boy.
I'm telling you, if you don't quit drinking, you can end up in an insane asylum! Ellen, he must get those tests.
Honey, you all right?
I'm not going.
Talk about it.
I mean it.
You are going. 11:15, second floor, Dr. Bernhardt.
You better get a couple of good, strong boys to drag me.
Well, that can be arranged.
What does that witch doctor know? He shines a light in my eye and mumbles some mumbo-jumbo. Why are you doing this to me?
Why do you suppose?
Ellen, I swear to you, I've taken my last drink.
My last drink.
I mean it.
You always mean it.
Honey, I can't kid myself about this. I'm not an idiot. Remember when you were pregnant with Laura? Honey, remember those first few months? You'd wake up in the middle of the night thinking you were the only woman in the whole world who had ever been pregnant? And I had to get out that little folder from the doctor which proved that statistically it was safer having a baby than having your tonsils out. And I had to keep repeating that statistic like it was a magic word. Helen, now it's the middle of the night for me. You can't put me in that hospital.
Honey, it's just for tests. Leon isn't even sure.
I know he isn't sure. And that's the magic I'm hanging on to.
Honey.
Look, I'll tell you what. Remember Hornsby, the advertising guy? He ought to be back from New York by now. I'll dust off the portfolio and I'll see him the first thing in the morning.
Leon thinks
Oh, just one more chance, huh? A month? A week? Please? Please?
Will of Iron. That's me.
I feel like a new man already. Let's have some coffee to celebrate.
Coffee? 3 o'clock in the morning?
What would you suggest, madam? Champagne?
Of course, it's only temporary, but it's a start.
Yes, sir.
I was impressed with your portfolio. Impressed. That's not a word I use lightly.
Thank you, Mr. Hornsby.
Oh, what was it specifically?
Huh?
This illness.
Oh, like I said, it was a breakdown. A physical breakdown. I'm in good shape now.
You'll have to be. We all row the boat around here. Maybe we're not one of those high-powered agencies you worked for in New York, but we've got up-to-the-minute ideas.
Yes, sir.
Here we are. Yeah, this is our team. Joe Perkins, Jim Burton, Donald Martin.
Good thing we've got another man. Liz is getting to be more than we can handle.
Well, thank you, love. Hi.
Now, this is one of our department store accounts. They want to start featuring their Easter items. It's last week's ad. Dull, no style. Paper, pencils, charcoal. You do a preliminary layout. 2 o'clock bowl session, we'll spitball it around.
Spitball it around. Last week he told me I should mother hen my idea till it hatched. I think I should have been insulted. Take off your coat, love. In this sweatbox, nobody wears an ounce more than the law requires.
Hello? Okay, sir. Our master's voice.
Coming now?
In a minute.
Well, don't forget to stand up for your rights. Make old Abe Lincoln proud.
Hornsby's a very impatient man.
Say.
Yeah.
My first day, I got the shakes pretty bad. And, well, this bottle of yours.
Aged in the wood. Want a shot?
Yeah. Just a short one. Just so I can get by this meeting.
Get a glass.
First day jitters. Guess everybody has them, huh?
Oh, sure. A long one?
Yeah. Better give me a good jolt.
Isn't this a peach? Isn't it a Lulu? For home bars, a neat little battery set. That expression on your face, it fools them every time. This is what I'm working on. Bet they sell 1 million of them. Coming?
In a minute.
Hi.
Hi, you draw just like the funny papers.
Oh, no, ma'am. This is very serious. You know what this is? This is a little old bull session.
Huh?
And I'd like you to meet the team. What's your name?
Carol May Nicholson.
Carol May Nicholson. Say hello to Liz, and to Phil, and O'Donnell. I think maybe you better curtsy to Mr. Hornsby, an old spitballer from way back. Mr. Hornsby might be sensitive.
But he's got such a big stomach.
Not big enough.
If I don't stop laughing, I'll have to go to the bathroom. Could you draw me?
Sure. Why not?
But don't make me look funny.
No. I can't draw little girls. Sorry.
Trying to say is...
Okay, go home and sleep it off, huh?
Yes, sir. We'll do it right away. Right after one last little night nap. Okay?
Look, Mac, it's 2 a.m. They got a closing line.
Yes.
Okay?
All I'm trying to explain to you...
Fight it out with City Hall.
Fight. Who's fighting? Was I fighting? If anyone's fighting, it isn't I. I wasn't fighting. Dead soldier. Dead old soldier. Rest in peace. You hear?
Oh, you all right, Mr. Burton?
I guess so. I must have had a nightmare.
Oh.
Where's my wife?
Oh, she left about an hour ago. I'm babysitting. How would you like a nice hot cup of strong black coffee? Maybe some scrambled eggs and some toast.
Just coffee.
Nothing doing, just coffee. Doctor, he said, you see he eats a good breakfast. He's a nice man. When I told him about this...
When was he here?
Don't you remember?
Where's Ellen? She could have stayed home from work.
Well, she didn't go to work. Her and the doctor, they went...
Where'd they go? Answer me.
The doctor, he said to call him if you got upset.
Where'd they go?
Now, everything's gonna be all right. Now, you... just...
General Hospital, Neuropsychological Clinic. Hello?
Can I help you?
I want Dr. Carnes.
Is he on our staff?
No. Where does someone go to see about getting treatment for another person?
That would be the admitting room. It's at the head of the stairs. There's an elevator around the corner.
Ellen, what are you doing here?
It's the only way, Jim.
Who's talking to you? Answer me. What are you doing here?
We've got to commit you, son, just for a while.
Over my dead body, you commit me.
Face the facts, Jim. You were raving mad last night. They found you crawling on your hands and knees, screaming about a train that was going to kill you.
It was a dream. I had a nightmare.
You didn't dream it. You had an hallucination. They found you in an abandoned railroad tunnel, a tunnel that hasn't seen a train for 5 years.
I don't care.
Gives us a chance to try to help you.
I won't let you commit me.
I'm afraid it's not up to you, my boy. Your wife has signed the committal papers. She'll just sign another paper.
Listen to me. Don't let him put me in here, please. I'll cut my throat before I ever take another drink, I swear it.
Son, alcoholism is an incurable disease. If a doctor can help just one person during his entire career, he's a big success. At least let's see if we can slow down this nerve damage. He's not dangerous to anyone but himself.
But I want him helped.
We'll wait till next time. Maybe then he'll want us to help. It's better that way.
Come on, Ellen, I'll take you home.
Wine. Can you shut that window?
Say, you got a phone around here?
Yeah, payphone's back there.
I'm flat busted, and it's very important that I make this call.
Well, the private phone's in the minister's office. He's gone home. Everything's locked up.
You couldn't lend me a dime?
No, sirree.
Where would this be?
Blue Grotto. A bar?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be going to no bar.
I've got to talk to somebody. It's where he works. How long would it take me to get there?
Bars close at 2. He'll have to wait till morning.
Tell me something. This man I'm looking for, he said, well, he said I should get some spiritual help. How do you go about arranging that?
Haven't you ever prayed, brother?
Yeah, once. It didn't help.
Would you like me to pray with you?
No, I guess not.
Brother, it's not hard to pray. The simplest one is just plain, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Look, Mr. Owens about the band.
Yeah, they were here. Called themselves the Melody Boys. 4 nights, that's all.
Well, I'm trying to locate the trumpet player. His name's Harry Graham.
Don't remember him.
Do you know where the band went? It's very important.
Piano player said to forward all his calls to the Top Hat Club.
Top Hat Club. Look, I need some car fare money. Do you have any work around here just for a couple of hours?
Yeah, I got a couple of dollars worth of dirty dishes in the kitchen.
Fine.
Right through the back there. Tell the cook.
Thanks.
You're out of business, mister.
Oh, evening, Mrs. Burton.
My husband. Have you seen him come in?
He's not home yet, Ellen.
Hi.
I was just passing by. I had a house call in the neighborhood.
Leon, just about to go out of my mind.
Why? Is this something new? Is this the first time our wandering boy has
Please.
The doctor talks too much, huh? Give me a buzz when he shows up, will you?
Minutes for blood transfusion, boys and girls, and then we'll be back up here beating it out the way you like it until gangrene sets in. So stick around, you hear?
You were just great.
Thank you.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Harry Graham.
Which makes two of us.
What happened to him?
Same thing that happened to the 5-cent glass of beer. Went bye-bye.
Look, it's very important that I find him. Do you have any idea where he might be?
One day he was here, next day he wasn't. End of sad story. But 20 minutes is all I got, old friend, and I ain't done no eating in an awful long time.
Wait a minute, please. Is it true what he told me? He said he found a way to stay off the booze. Is that true?
Far as I know, Harry is a no-drinkingest cat in town. Probably that's his big trouble.
And you have no idea where he is? None at all?
How many times I gotta tell you?
Frank, give me my dollar or I'll be the no-drinkingest cat in town.
Didn't you make me swear to hold this buck till closing time so you'd have a place to sleep, Mr. Tobin?
Well, give me half of it. I can get a room for 50 cents.
I wouldn't like to think of you in that kind of a room.
Well, I can't stay here all night and not drink.
Why not? I like your company, Mr. Tobin.
Frank.
Well, what's that supposed to be?
It's an educational toy for children between the ages of 8 and 10. I bought it sort of as a gift for one of the kids in the rooming house. Because I left so quickly, I didn't have a chance to give it to him. Will you? Thank you. I paid 89 cents for it at the drugstore. I'll sell it to you for half a dollar.
Who do I need it for? My 26-year-old daughter? Believe me, that's too complicated for her.
Please, Frank.
Anybody want to buy a toy, wholesale? You got a kid, mister? No sale, Mr. Tobin.
Well, you better give me my dollar, Frank.
You'd end up in the drunk tank.
Bartender.
You want the toy?
I want a drink. Bourbon.
Bourbon, yes, sir.
When you get to that drunk tank, if you run into a trumpet player, tell him I was looking for him.
What would the no-drinkingest man in town be doing in the drunk tank?
Guess it was the first time in a long while. According to him, he had stayed sober 20 months.
Sober 20 months? Just thinking about it gives you the willies.
Who knows? Maybe he'll have a grandson someday.
Thank you, Frank. Now, being sober for a month, that might interest me. Your hands dry? I got it just last Wednesday. Mrs. William Tobin requests the honor of your presence at the wedding of her daughter, Sarah Rose, to Mr. John Franklin. Saturday, May 5th, 3:30 in the afternoon, First Congregational Church, Newbury, Iowa. Did I get it all right?
All except what's written at the bottom. Please try and make it, Bill.
Yeah. Trying to place that boy, John Franklin. I wonder if he was a student of mine. I haven't seen my family for 14 years. Time is a way of slipping through your hands. That trumpet player. How did he manage it?
I wasn't interested enough to find out much. Admit the booze has got you licked.
Oh, that's easy.
Believe in God.
I do. What else?
Well, the only other thing he said was, I asked him kiddingly if it was done with mirrors, and he said I was close. Which ones are having a drink or two before taking the bus for home? And which ones are drunks? Like us.
Us. It's a nice sounding word. When you're on the bottle, you have a feeling you're all alone. Tobin against the world. But I do have all those other drunks, don't I?
Nursing it along pretty good, huh?
Want it?
Won't you?
Yeah. So you better grab it in a hurry.
Much obliged. Well, here's looking at you.
Here's looking at you.
Where have you been?
Ellen, I wasn't going to let him lock me up in that place.
I was only trying to help. You know that. You know that.
Oh, this is Mr. Tobin. My wife, Ellen. Mr. Tobin and I have been talking for hours. I told him he could sleep on our couch tonight.
You what?
If I'm going to be in any trouble, I'll be on my way.
Oh, no. Honey, I got something to tell you.
I could just shoot you and let me worry myself sick for 2 days, then come staggering in here.
Staggering?
Well, what's that then?
Oh, that belongs to Tobin. He bought it at the liquor store after we left the bar. There's a little left for him when he wakes up in the morning. Right now, he can use some coffee.
I'm afraid it's too late for coffee.
End up your life with a bag of rags. Elementary arithmetic. William R. Tobin, room 312. 14 years and still carrying it around. We're gonna make him a principal. But it got him so scared he started drinking a little just to calm down. Guess he never had more than a couple of beers in his whole life. Found out that booze did something special for him. From then on, it was little old world goodbye.
What happened tonight, Jim?
How do I say it without sounding crazy? There was this Harry Graham. I met him in a drunk tank. And he said something to me I couldn't get out of my mind. He said to stay sober, you had to get some spiritual help.
Spiritual?
That's what the man said. I spent the last couple of days looking for Harry, and I wound up with Tobin. We talked for hours. I don't know how long. And I don't know how it happened, but, well, we were both in the same boat. We talked the same language. It wasn't some doctor or minister talking about drinking. It was a couple of drunks. And while we were talking, I got the craziest feeling that if this poor coot could stay sober for a while, maybe I could. And if I could, well, maybe he could. It didn't work too well for him. And tomorrow, it might not work for me. But tonight, I feel like somebody lifted a 100-pound rock off of my neck. I feel like old times. Makes no sense at all. Have you heard one word of what I've been saying?
Yes, Jim?
What do you think?
Well, I don't know what to think.
Well, I haven't seen this little number for quite some time.
Your mind's been on other things.
Still looks pretty good.
Well, don't look too closely. You know, you bought this for me the month before we were married.
Yeah, I always meant to ask you about that. Didn't your mother ever tell you that it wasn't ladylike to accept black underwear from a casual acquaintance?
I thought we'd become less casual as time went on.
Oh, that was a crazy year.
Yeah. I loved it.
How about the last date we had before we were married? You didn't love that?
Oh.
Because I'm mad at you that way. I didn't want to let you go, but I didn't want to marry you either.
Well, thanks a lot.
So I spent the whole night picking on you. Your stockings weren't straight, your hair looked mousy.
I remember. And I also remember telling you exactly where to go.
Yep. 2 hours after I left, you was on the phone again apologizing. How long was I on that phone?
Until I said, for Pete's sake, shut up and come on over.
You still don't believe me, do you? I mean, about running the 27 bucks.
Don't be ridiculous.
Then why was I gasping like a dying elephant when I got there?
Well, I assumed it was passion.
It was from running 27 bucks. What's the matter?
Nothing.
No good?
Sorry.
Well, I guess it's been a long time since I've been anything but something to put to bed. Turn over on his side to keep from snoring. Call Leon. I don't know, Leon. What happened to me was so different I can't explain it. I've always been the first to laugh at, well, revelations from on high and that sort of thing. I swear it was almost like, well, like the voice of God.
Well, go on, Moses. Don't stop now.
Well, forget it.
The spiritual experience. Joan of Arc had them quite regularly. But despite all this miraculous hocus pocus, you still should be undergoing treatment in that neuropsychological clinic.
That's out.
Look, right at this moment, there must be 1,000 scientists losing a good night's sleep because they can't find an answer for alcoholism. Because they're haunted by millions of incurables going down the drain and dragging millions of others with them. And this character tells me there's actually nothing to it. Just recite the Lord's Prayer, admit you're licked, and talk to other drunks. Now, just a minute. Okay, you're sober now, and you look pretty good. But how do you know this isn't some sort of, well, temporary self-hypnosis? That you won't wind up in the gutter a day after tomorrow seeing choo-choo trains that aren't there?
Leon, I don't think you should...
Now, just a minute, Ellen. This is a sick man. Medicine is based on facts, not revelations. Okay, you stay sober 6 months yourself and show me one other alcoholic this will work on, and I personally, Leon Carnes, M.D., will nominate you for the Nobel Prize in Medicine.
I got a lot of things to do. I better get some sleep. See you around, Doctor.
You can bet on it.
When we get our bill paid up, I might punch you in the nose.
Thanks for the coffee, Al.
I'll walk you down. Do you think that's all it is with Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Just self-hypnosis?
Maybe. But it gives him something to hold on to, so don't discourage him.
Me? What were you doing?
I never discourage him. I only make him mad. How do you suppose it's going to feel to have a husband around the house?
What do you mean?
Nothing. Small talk in the vestibule. So long.
Yes, sir. He'll be right out.
Thank you.
Look who's here.
I stopped by to return the radio and to apologize.
Did you indeed?
It's not easy, sir.
No, I don't suppose it is. Well, come along.
I've had trouble with drinking for a long time, ever since my child died.
So your wife said.
But I think now I've got hopes of beating it, living a normal life. I honestly do.
You mean hold a job, be dependable?
Yes, sir, I really think so.
Look who's back. Well, what are you waiting for? Put it back where you got it. I wouldn't advise using my name when you're looking for a job. I seldom recommend drunks or thieves.
Jim, wait. Darling little stinker, Mr. Hornsby, huh?
I had it coming.
Oh, now, let's not wallow in self-pity. Upward and onward with the arts. A job is the first order of the day, right?
Yeah?
Well, then you just follow old Liz down to the drugstore. And while I make a phone call, you go to the counter and order a couple of cups of coffee. Women are just born suckers for men in trouble. Didn't you know that, love?
Well, what's this?
Oh, hello, Jim. Just helping Gene here pass an examination in fractions.
And boy, is he dumb.
He is not. He's doing fine. Let's go out after supper.
2/5 times 3/8 stuff sure is hard.
I wasn't sure you'd still be around here.
Oh. Mrs. Devlin gave me a room down in the basement. My meals in return for a little tutoring. Because I do have to do a little janitor work.
Well, then we've both got jobs. I am a painter of murals.
Murals?
Yes, on department store windows.
Well, congratulations.
I called Ellen at work. She sounded happy. We're having a celebration when she comes home. Just a quick dinner someplace in the neighborhood before I start work. And you're invited.
Oh. Well, come on, we better tend to this now.
Huh?
I got something for you to do.
Will it take long? Ellen will be home soon.
Not too long.
What's the mystery?
You'll see. Paul, this is Mr. Burton.
What a dumb idea this was.
Look, I didn't drag you here, and I'm not going to force you to stay.
Okay. So, this is the Miracle Man, huh?
Paul, we've been falling out of the same bars for some time now, and, well, at my age, it makes no difference, but it's a shame a kid like Paul who comes from a good family. I thought maybe
All
you
you
could...
do is wave a magic wand and I never drink again, huh?
Oh, it's not that easy.
Well, how easy is it, Mr. Miracle Man?
Well, I didn't bring along my soapbox.
I've been preached to by experts.
But never by another drunk.
You really, Elish?
I've spilled more whiskey than you ever drank.
So how does this miracle of yours work?
Well, if you want to hear about it, it's pretty simple. You might laugh.
All right. Make me laugh.
Ellen. Forgot all about Ellen.
Oh, you should have sent me up. I could have told her where you were.
Yeah, I should have.
Jim. Wasn't there some wine left in that bottle last night?
So?
Well, I could use it. Look, I'm not your guinea pig. He is.
I'm sorry if I got you in bad with your wife.
Oh, it wasn't your fault. Here, get yourself a hot meal.
I can't take your money. Belongs to my dad. It's a souvenir of the Great War. They won't give me a red cent, so I was gonna hock it for drinking money.
So this way you hock it with me instead.
You really don't think he's gonna spend that on booze?
All I'm asking is if you start wanting to drink, look me up where I'm working instead.
Maybe we'll get drunk together, huh?
Maybe.
I'll try.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about our date tonight.
Well, I'm sorry I walked out. I don't know. I guess I just felt kind of abused or rejected. I didn't have a washing to do, so I went to the neighborhood movie.
You did, huh?
Your lips are cold.
Yours are just right.
How about some hot coffee?
Coffee? Oh, what do you think?
Immortal. Jim.
Hmm?
I'm sorry about something else.
What?
Well, I mean last night when you came to me. You wanted me. Why did I act like that?
Maybe I'm just not your type.
Oh, be serious. I was terribly worried. I was almost afraid of you. Now, isn't that stupid?
Uh-huh. My lips still cold?
That coffee works wonders.
There he is. There's my old benefactor. Come to the old store if you start going nuts for a drink. That's what my old benefactor told me. He gave me his hard-earned money. 'Cause he believed in me.
All right, okay, get out of here.
Me and my buddies, we came
I
here...
said beat it.
Thought he's such a benefactor. He gave me his hard-earned money. That's what he did.
Honey, why don't you wait in the truck? I'll clean up around here and be with you in a minute. You know, I never thought I'd be looking for a drunk to stay sober with.
Neither did I.
But, Ellen, I gotta know that this thing I'm hanging on to isn't just self-hypnosis, as Carnes says. I've got to be sure it will last. The next time, I'll find my own guinea pig.
There's nothing like an old-fashioned hymn to make you feel good. And now, before we eat, we have a special speaker with an inspiring message of interest to many of us.
I came here today to talk to you about drinking, since drinking has been my favorite indoor sport for some years now. The trouble is that I recently found out I'd have to quit or go batty. And I think maybe I found a way to do it. Now, I know you fellas have heard a lot of talk about alcoholism. Never from a 14-carat, 100-proof drum. Look, why don't you fellas go ahead and eat?
Hey, not yet.
Say, could you talk kind of fast before they run out of chili?
Sure. Sit down.
Don't stop now, preacher man. It's just getting interesting. Not to me, it ain't. I want to see my lawyer. This bum is interfering with my Bill of Rights. Quiet down there. Shut up, you guys. Shut up.
Talking to you like this is a crazy idea. I asked the guards if I could buttonhole some here when you came downstairs. They said it was okay to do it now. Guess we should have waited. If any of you want to get together with us, we'll be in a coffee shop across the street.
Make it a bar across the street and we'll come
Let's get out of here.
The miracle man in person.
What do you want?
Boys in the tank really gave you a working over.
Were you in that drunk tank, Paul?
Woke up and there I was. First time.
Oh, you got a lot of firsts coming. First blackout, first convulsion, first DTs. First time your stomach starts...
Why are you riding me?
Well, why did you come in here?
I don't know. He was in there passing out invitations. I guess I fell for it again. Last time your routine didn't keep me sober 2 hours. So why should it work this time, huh?
Because now you're scared.
I told you to lay off.
Relax, Junior.
We're all scared. Sit down.
Are you Mr. Burton?
Yes, I am.
Oh, they didn't tell you the patient was a lady.
No, they didn't.
Oh. Well, I understand.
Guess we've got ourselves a co-ed. We know this fella. We can take care of him. It's all right with you.
It's all right, but keep him off my beat.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Dad.
Oh. Yeah, this is Burton. What?
What is it, Jim?
All right, take it easy, Lily. Yeah, slow down. Sure, I'll come over, sure. Now, what's the address?
Here we go again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't help me! Hey, you
Jim, open the door. Hurry, will you?
I thought you'd be out shopping till 10.
Well, I ran out of money, sir.
Folks, you haven't met my wife. This is Ellen.
I am pleased to meet you.
There wasn't enough of us to rent a hall, so we came here. We're almost ready to break up. Just waiting for the guest of honor. Paul's been sober 4 weeks, so we're making it sort of an event. That is, whenever he decides to show up.
He still doesn't answer.
He'll be here. Maybe you could put on a pot of coffee.
All right.
Steve? You just started to tell us how you almost managed to stay sober an entire day.
Oh, that was years ago, but boy, it sure was a close call. It was election day. All the bars were closed up tight, so the wife thinks, okay, this is it. Of course, the missus knew I always had whiskey bottles hidden all over the house, so she had me spend the whole day out in the back weeding our little truck garden. Well, 6 o'clock finally came around, and she unlocked the door and told me to come in and eat my dinner, figuring, boy, she had really outsmarted me. Well, I climbed to my feet and fell right on my face, drunker than a dozen gypsies.
How'd you manage that?
Well, all the time I was on my hands and knees in those old weeds. I was sipping 100 proof through a long straw. You see, I had me a quart of bourbon stashed away in a gopher hole.
Can I be of help?
You shouldn't have done that.
I know. I'm so sorry.
What do you suppose is running through their minds now?
Oh, I couldn't help it. It was just so unexpected coming in here and finding that. Oh, Jim.
You know I've broken my back night after night, week after week, talking to hundreds to gather together 6, hoping to find one that I can hold up to Carnes and say, see, you bullheaded fool, I've proved it works.
Honey, I'm so sorry.
They're so unsure of themselves, so afraid. One little spark and...
Jim, is it Carnes you want to prove something to? Or yourself?
He left. Why don't we get down to my room? It's more private.
I guess I should be getting on home. If I'm late, my wife gets worried. Naturally.
Well, it is getting a little late.
Don't tell him that Paul will be showing up.
We can't let every little thing throw us. Getting together like this is important.
Which one of you is Burton?
I am.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Burton. I ought to have them put you in jail and throw away the key.
Harriet, come on along home. This is ridiculous.
I'm Paul's mother. You've given me and my husband a night we'll never forget.
Well, what do you mean?
Paul tried to kill himself tonight
Trying to kill himself? Where is he?
in the emergency hospital. All because he couldn't live up to his rules.
Well, how is he?
The doctor says the boy will be okay.
No thanks to you.
Harriet, come on home.
Who do you think you are? My son. He felt such shame because he failed you that he took a razor. A razor!
I was only trying to help.
That's a mother's job. Who gave you the right to play God? Paul told me about you. You're no better than he is. You're all crazy if you listen to him. What does he know? Just a common drunk that they picked out of every gutter in town.
You two, you're drinking and fighting behind closed doors, or I'll call the police. Harriet, stop this.
Now you listen to me. I'd rather have my son any way at all. Drunk, sick, crippled, any way but dead.
Steve? Steve?
Jim?
Yeah?
I think I'll go over to the hospital and see Paul.
Yeah, look, when you see the kid, tell him I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Jim, if I don't get a chance to, would you tell your wife goodbye?
Goodbye.
Well, maybe not exactly goodbye. I'll send you a card and tell you how the wedding came off.
You're going home?
Well, I guess so. I bought the bus ticket.
Well, I saw it happen, but I wouldn't let myself believe it.
Come on now. If we start acting like I invented the printing press, I don't know how long it'll last.
Helen.
I heard.
All these wonderful, deadly calories.
Now, you just sit there. This is your party.
No, I'll help you with the dishes.
Well, he looks better than the last time I saw him, but how could he look any worse?
He hasn't had one drink in 5 weeks. A man who wasn't sober a single day in 14 years.
So?
So you once told me if a doctor cured one alcoholic in his lifetime, he was a big success.
Cured is a pretty big word, Jim.
Our Jim is somewhat given to exaggeration, Mr. Tobin. You go 5 years without getting drunk yourself, bring me 15 or 20 more people this has worked on, and I may be mildly impressed. Forget about punching me in the nose. There's still a good bit more due on the bill.
you write and let me know how things are going, you hear?
Hey, I may be back in a week stewed to the gills.
I don't believe it. You and I were the hope of drunken humanity.
Hope of drunken humanity. Hey, that's a big responsibility, son. Hey, you better get back to your truck. You're gonna get a ticket for parts.
I'll tell the judge you're saying goodbye to a drunken friend.
Hey, no kidding. You're gonna be late. Besides, saying goodbye always gives me the willies.
Okay. So long.
Oh, for drunken humanity. That's what I am. That's what I am. Why did you let me home?
Mr. Burton, I can't have things like this happening in a building that I'm responsible for. I've got worries of my own.
What happened to Tobin?
I don't know. He said something about his bus being late.
He was alone. I guess he got scared. There was a bar nearby.
Came in here like a crazy man, trying to destroy the place. And someone called the police.
Poor old guy.
How much more, Jim?
No more. It's all over. Everybody can relax. Okay, Ellen? You can relax, too. You were happier when I was a drunk, weren't you? You really were. You had a function, a reason for living. You had to take off my shoes, pour hot coffee down my throat, clean the rug when I made a mess. You didn't have to be a wife. You could be a mother. You could make... What's your pleasure, sir? A bourbon? Make it a double. Sure. it again.
Sure.
I almost forgot how it felt to have that little pilot like flame.
Just make sure you don't let the water boil over.
I spent my money on a gift for a lady.
Well, the price is still 80 cents, sir.
I have some money at home.
Where's home?
Over on 34th Street.
Never make it there and back by closing.
Can I pay you tomorrow?
Why not? When you come back here, you'll find it waiting for you.
I'm good for the money.
You got an honest face, but I've never seen it before.
Miss, you've just moved in here, haven't you?
Last week.
I'm Jim Burton. We live in this floor.
Hi.
Hey, listen. I'm in sort of a spot. I got my paycheck today, but I got home so late I wasn't able to cash it. And my wife has one of her migraines, and I have to get a prescription for her at some drugstore. I don't know where I'll find one at this time of night, but, well, they won't know me from Adam, and so I need a couple of dollars in cash just till tomorrow morning.
I'm sorry, but...
Listen, you stay around here, you'll find out anyhow. Lady, I'm the neighborhood drunk, and I need a bottle of whiskey so bad I could crawl up these walls. My wife is still up, or I'd go in and steal from her purse. I'll pay you back. You get it first.
Hello, Jim.
He came by about an hour after you left.
Where's your purse? I need a few bucks.
Look, Jim.
Save the servant. The liquor store closes in a little while, and I'm pretty thirsty.
That makes two of us. I was telling Ellen today, if you didn't get back soon, they'd better reserve a place for me in that same old drunk tank. Oh, boy, this is sure my jinx town. I got back day before yesterday, and look at me.
How'd you find me?
A couple of drunks told me about you.
They laughed themselves sick at me.
And keep smashing up their lives.
I asked you, where's your purse?
Jim, listen.
So what? That nice little game of talk that doesn't work?
It worked for some of them.
Oh, sure. A month for this one, a week for that one. Big deal.
Isn't that better than nothing at all? What about you?
Well, me? I'm a great success. A tower of strength.
I didn't come here looking for a tower of strength. All I want is somebody to help me get past tonight.
Leave me alone!
You're letting him go.
So we're meeting the floor of the drunk tank.
Full of regrets and begging for just one more chance. Well, that was your last chance going through that door.
Chance for what? To drag by from day to day?
Jim, you just can't quit.
You didn't talk like this before.
Well, then I was blind before. Jim, listen to me. Harry and I talk for hours. Not just about you. The wife of an alcoholic gets mixed up, too. Seeing her husband turn into nothing but a pulp, it does something to her. Oh, honey, if you could just be patient with me. If you... Jim, don't go. I'm not like Paul's mother. I don't want you anyway but dead. If you can't be a man, I want you dead. No. Someone needed you tonight. His life depended on it. And I felt such a fierce pride, and then you sent him away.
I couldn't help him.
Well, not even to get by tonight.
Tonight.
Well, that's all he wanted.
That's not enough.
Oh, why not? If you'd helped him tonight, maybe he'd have been the one to help you tomorrow. Maybe that's all you ever have to do, just get by tonight.
Don't expect any change. It'll take every cent we have to bail Tobin out and bring him home. Okay?
I told myself it would be ridiculous to look here. Nobody can be that sentimental.
I was just giving that faucet a couple of good whacks to see if it still gave 6, 7 drops of hot water.
Do you know what time it is?
Well, after all these years, they can start the meeting without me.
Well, maybe so, but that phone's been ringing for about an hour. Come on.
I just got a letter from you from New York just yesterday. Well, now, when did you become a member?
Hey, does the roof have to fall in on you before you catch on?
It's a special meeting, darling. For you.
10 years can pass pretty quick, huh, Jim?
You've given me a day I won't forget for a long time. It's been a pretty good 10 years. Oh, a few rough spots here and there. As for the applause, well, it's a great sound, but, look, a few of us were lucky enough to stumble onto an idea. But nobody owns that idea. And nobody has a right to stand up and take a bow. And in a way, I guess that's part of our strength. That all of us, all the hundreds of thousands of us all over the world, are just nameless alcoholics getting by because we realize we're all in the same boat. None of us more than one drink away from the gutter for the rest of our lives. So what do you say we get down to business? This meeting will come to order. My name is Jim Burton. I'm an alcoholic who, knock wood, has managed to get by today. And with the help of God and my fellow alcoholics, I hope to get by tomorrow.
The first order of business tonight is